What are irregular verbs? How do we make sentences using irregular verbs? Can we add D or ed to their end? No, irregular verbs do not follow such patterns. Instead, they are totally different. Welcome back to Beyond the Books Learning with Teacher Pri. Today we are learning talking in the past tense using irregular verbs. So this is the part 2 of past tense video. As in the past one, we learned about how to make sentences in past tense using regular verbs. Now, do irregular verbs follow the same pattern? If not, how do we learn about it and what are these? So these are the questions I know might be running in your mind. So to make it really easy for you, I'll just tell you, irregular verbs don't follow such patterns. We don't add D or ed to their base form. It's quite difficult. We can just say that they follow their own rhythm. So I will be adding some commonly used irregular verbs in the video so that you can learn and try to make sentences with me. So it will be really easy. You just need to learn these irregular verbs as there is no shortcut. Okay, so you just need to learn them, and yes, with practice, you'll be able to form sentences very easily. Now let's get the video started. As I already told you, unlike regular verbs who have their own pattern, irregular verbs go with their own pattern. They do not follow any specific pattern. They go with their own rhythm. So to make it easy, what are we going to do? Divide the verbs into 4 different categories so that it will be easier to remember these verbs. So the first group of irregular verbs. In this category, all the verb forms remain the same, be it in the past tense or past participle. Now see some examples of these verbs on the screen and try to learn them. Cost, cut, hurt, let, read. Now, these are the verbs. They remain same throughout. Now let's learn the verbs through examples. Yesterday, I hurt myself while playing football. Now, I did not add hurted, I did not add ed, I did not change the verb. It remained the same. Hurt will always remain the same even when you use it in the past tense or we use it with the past participle. Okay? Now, you can also make some examples by using these verbs. We'll move to the group 2 of irregular verbs. In this group, past tense and past participle will remain the same but will be different from base form. Let's see some examples and understand. Bring, brought, brought. Buy, bought, bought. Feel, felt, felt. Feed, fed, fed. Now, in this group, you have clearly seen that base form is different from the past tense and past participle. We just change the base form to the past tense and then it will remain the same in the past participle. Let's see some examples. Yesterday, I fed my dog its favorite food. Last Christmas, my mom bought my favorite bicycle for me. In these examples, you could see feed becomes fed, buy becomes bought. Group 3 of irregular verbs. In this category, the base form and past participle, they remain the same, but in the past tense, it gets changed. Come, came, come. Run, ran, run. Become, became, become. Yesterday, my friend came to see me as I was feeling ill. So came, come becomes came. And now we are on to the last group of irregular verbs. Now in the group 4, base form gets changed in the past tense as well as in the past participle. All are different. Let's see some examples on the screen and learn these verbs. Eat, ate, eaten. Drink, drank, drunk. Sing, sang, sung. Drive, drove, driven. Now you see, all the verbs, they are different. Now it's time to make some example sentences. I grew older playing in the farm with my dog. Grew, right? Grew becomes grew. Yesterday I ate my favorite food in the lunch. My sister sang my favorite song on her birthday. Now that's really sweet, yeah? So these are the example sentences, and you can also try making some sentences using these verbs on your own. Now we have come to the last phase of this video, that is practicing some verbs by making sentences. I am going to give you some sentences. You need to choose the appropriate verb form and complete the sentence. You will be having 5 seconds to solve the question. Ram milk in the morning. Wonderful. Ram drank milk in the morning. Drank. Last night, Sia a song for us. Last night, Sia sang a song for us. Sang. We to see the animals at the zoo. We went to see the animals at the zoo. Went. Last winter, a grandmother us some gifts. Well, that's correct. Last winter, a grandmother sent us some gifts. Sent. Now, well done, you kids. Now, that was really great. Clap for yourselves. I hope that you could solve all these questions by yourself. If you were unable to solve it, go back and learn all the verb forms, right? And then you try to solve it one more time. If you're still having doubt, you can just ask me in the comment section and I'll be ready to help. I'll be happy to help. I understand it will be a little difficult for some of us to make sentences right after this video, because first thing we need to do is just to learn them and then try to make sentences easily and slowly. So the process is not really difficult. You just need to have a little bit patient with yourself and then you can see the difference. So try to learn these verbs and then form sentences. Now for your homework, I am giving you some verbs. You need to make sentences on that. When you're ready, you can write your answers in the comment section. And yes, not just writing, you need to start speaking, start practicing while saying it loudly. Talk to yourself, stand in front of a mirror, try to make sentences and practice it loudly. These are the verbs that you need to make sentences on. Drink, eat, go, sing, drive. You can make a story, you can make a poem, you can just make simple sentences on these. I would love to see your interesting sentences. Do write in the comment section. So this brings us to the end of the video. But I promise I'll be back very soon with another interesting topic, and we'll be practicing learning very interesting things in every video. So I hope you enjoyed the video and you could find it interesting. If you did, do like this video, share it with your friends and family, and yes, to subscribe to Beyond the Books Learning, please press the bell icon so that you always stay connected, and yes, you get notified every time I post a new video. So I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye. Take care. As I always say, keep learning and keep practicing.